Introduction. There comes a time in every person's life when they have tried to make a change, and for some reason or another that change is unsuccessful. This can be profoundly discouraging, and even send us on a downward spiral. We are not prepared for the setbacks in childhood. We are generally given the impression that in order to have value, we have to do things right, and oftentimes we think we have to do things right the first time. What we don't always take into consideration is the fact that a very common and unfortunate part of being human is failing. Whether we think we have figured everything out or not, the unforeseen obstacles that seem to insert themselves onto our paths can sometimes take us by surprise. Sometimes the setbacks that we face seem insurmountable. We might begin to believe that we failed for a reason, and that there is no possible way that we could ever be the people that we want to be. We stop having confidence in ourselves and begin to believe in the worst-case scenario a lot more readily than we believe in the possibility of success. This can be dangerous for many reasons, and over the course of time, if we continue to feed ourselves the belief that we will never overcome our challenges and we are on a fast track to failure at all times, it can slowly begin to disintegrate our sense of self-worth. When we do not believe in ourselves, that can make it nearly impossible to function productively in our lives, especially when that means that we stop believing that we are even capable of productivity in the first place. Fortunately, there is a way for us to stop feeling sorry for ourselves and reclaim that lost motivation. It can be extremely difficult to get back on our feet after it seems like everything we were working for has been lost. But the only true variety of failure comes from not actually trying in the first place. If you give up for good, only then will you really have something to worry about. Humans are extremely hardy. We can bounce back from even the most difficult situations. If you feel that you have experienced a major difficulty and you are having a hard time getting your footing, this training will prove to be a valuable guide. It will help you to remember that you are made of strong material, emotionally and mentally, and in that way, you will be able to succeed. It is possible for all of us to rise from the ashes, no matter how difficult the situations we find ourselves in may seem at the time. Sure, it is defeating to face failure, but the truth of the matter is that we can always learn to see negative situations in a positive light. Without that sort of flexibility, it can be difficult for us to achieve things in life that we want to achieve. And it can make it especially hard for us to move on when we find that we are not making the progress that we think we should make. Whether you are suffering from emotional or material setbacks, it is possible for you to get back on your feet and thrive. This training will show you how. All you have to do is believe in yourself and remember that it is truly possible. Let's begin.